welcome back to my channel and welcome the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button. It's free, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. I would just like to mention that if the video is a little bit too fast for you, up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you'd like. Also, right next to it, there's the CC letters for closed caption. You can turn that on, and you can read all the stitch that I'm calling down here. By pausing the video, take notes, will make it easier for you. Now, normally when I upload the videos, it takes about an hour for YouTube to search all my words that I'm saying, so it can appear on the closed captions. So don't panic if you don't see right away the closed captions, because the video has just been launched. It will show up in about a half an hour to an hour after the upload. I also would like to mention that if you have extra yarn, extra thread, and you'd like to help the women in need, we highly appreciate it and being very, very grateful for it. Thank you for the ones I already have helped and are still helping. If you'd like to donate, right below the video, there's a little bag of $. You can donate whatever amount you'd like. Nobody's asking for millions. Anything helps. It adds up at the end. You can also go into the description box. My PayPal account is there. You can donate through there if you'd like also. Please always give a thumbs up on the video if you like the video. It does help the video to circulate and also to be recognized worldwide. I gratefully appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's one way to help me out and to help to continue to create these beautiful pieces. Also share on your Facebook public. It costs nothing. Everything is free. There's no charge of anything. So please help out to grow the channel. I do have a Facebook group, private group. If you have a profile, you're more than welcome to request to be a member. It's free, of course, and we'll approve you. You must have a profile. Be careful with the links that you go into the groups that says cut and bit. These are fraud scammers that go through your phones, your computers, and take every information of yours. Do not open up those links. There's a lot of hackers in the groups now. That's why I made sure that my group is private. I want to thank every single one of you from the start being with me, and thank you so much for the newcomers. It costs nothing to subscribe, so please do so. Thank you so much, everybody. Everything will be listed always in the description box for every pattern that I create, the sizes, the thread that I use, which is Portugal thread. They're 100% cotton thread, 4-ply, which is similar to Aunt Lydia. Number 3, which number 3 Aunt Lydia is just a little bit thicker than my thread, not by much, but a little bit. I usually use a hook 3 or 3.5, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. So thank you, everybody. Any other questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment. You can always get a hold of me if your intentions are to give some thread or yarn away. There's my email below the description box. There's my Facebook page that you can follow also, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my TikTok. So there's so many ways you can message me. Thank you so much, everybody. I hug every single one of you, and much blessings to all of you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you guys, so I was asked to create another round pineapple doily for centerpiece. Of course, you know, the bigger you go on your thread, the bigger the pattern could turn out to be. Even a tablecloth, not big, but a small one, just cover enough, depending upon the size, of course, of the table. So we are going to do that today. I'm going to use a 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. It's a little bit thinner than Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton thread. If you use that Aunt Lydia, then you know it's going to be way bigger. If you use number 10 Aunt Lydia, then you know it's going to be a smaller doily. It will be delicate, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. And you guys are just, you know, fanatics with the pineapples, and so here I go with another pineapple. I'm going to use 2.5 hook, pair of scissors, and a small hook to tuck in loose ends. Okay, I'm going to use an off-white color just to make sure that you guys get all the details on this. So let's get started. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important if you like the videos, of course. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Help grow the channel and share on your Facebook public, with your friends, family, and help grow the channel. Sharing is caring. And thank you for your super chat, super donations of the super thanks, and for the women that came through helping others in need of thread. Thank you so much. Let's get started, everyone. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot and chain 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to come in the first one and close it with slip stitch. Now inside of this ring we're going to do 24 double crochets. That's included with 1, 2, and 3. Actually, I'm going to do a single so it can look more like a double crochet. So I'm going to do a single in here. Please always look ahead of the video to make sure that there's no mistakes or errors, that if you keep going ahead then you have to take it down, because sometimes it can happen. I'm far away from being perfect, and I think you guys too. So we'll just like pull them together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is row 1. I hope I can keep track of the rows because so many little details that's going to go into this. So 2, 4, 6. We're going to do a total of 24. So I've done my 24. Make sure you grab both loops or you're going to leave an open space there, and we don't want that. Okay. So now I'm going to come back into the same space and do a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we're going to skip 1, 2 on my third one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2 on my third one, single. So we're going to create 8 loops like this, row 2. So I'm doing my last loop. I'm coming in to the first single that we did here with the chain with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to use a smaller hook because I don't want to poke big holes, but we're going, I call it the walk. We're going to do the walk to the 6th chain. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Might even go back to the 5th. I probably counted it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on my 5th one, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Now this is going to be a little bit tight, but we're going to have to do it. So we're going to do, actually it's 4th chain. We're going to be doing triple inside of the same space here. So we're going to have 13 triple crochets in the same space. Okay, so we're going to continue to do 13 inside of the same space here. If you have to use a smaller hook, then go ahead. So I've done my 13 and I've counted 5 chains here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And why did I choose 5? Because it's going to widen up and I want it to be more or less centered. So we're going to continue to do this to all 8 rings, 13 triples, all in the same space. And there is no chain between them. We go directly into the next chain. Okay, so again, once you finish your 13 triples, count your 5. If you feel more safe with 6, then you can go into your 6th. I'm doing mine into my 5 because it all balances it out anyway. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I ended up doing on the 6th one, okay, because the one I did on the 5th, as I was going, it was a little bit slanted. At first it looked normal, but then it didn't. But that's why I say always look ahead before you create anything. Okay, so I'm going to come on my 4th chain here with a slip stitch. We're going to do the walk with a slip stitch until the 7th triple. I'm going to use a smaller hook because I don't want big holes to show through. So I'm going to do a slip stitch. This is my 3rd, my 4th, my 5th, my 6th, and my 7th. So make sure you got on your 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On my 7th, I'm going to do double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 3 more for space. I'm going to come back. We're making a V. Into the same space. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chain. I'm coming back. I don't know why I'm using the smaller hook. I guess after the slip stitch, right? I'm coming back into the same one and creating a V like that on my 7th chain. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm coming in between here and doing a double crochet. So we're going to repeat again, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you would count from the first one that we put in the double crochet because it's basically in between. I don't want to go over, so I just went right in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On your 7th one, we're going to do the V. This row will be continuing the same way. Double crochet, 3 chain, and double crochet, and then chain 6 again, double crochet on the first one here, and we're going to repeat it like that. So 1, 2, 3, row 4. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Now it might look like that it's freezing up together a little bit, but don't worry about that because once the rows start going, everything starts stretching into place. Okay. So I've done my chain 6. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On my 3rd one, I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into row 5. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Inside of the V, I'm going to do altogether 13 double crochets. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3 chain. So this is row 5. After 3 chain, we're going to come right beside that double crochet with a double crochet, and one right after, like that, and then chain 3 again, and go inside of the V and create your 13 double crochets. So basically we're going to repeat the 13 in the V's, 3 chain, double crochet in the loop here, straight into the next one, create another double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, going into row 6, so I closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come in the same one and do a single and chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to come on my last double crochet with a single and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. If your tension is too loose, then do only 2 chain. And I'm coming in right next to it with a double crochet, and right next to it again with a double crochet. Chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Coming in my first double crochet with a single and chain 12 again. So we're going to repeat exactly the same thing all the way around. Okay, you guys, so I'm reaching the end. I'm going to do my chain 3, and I'm coming where I have the single, with a slip stitch. I'm going to come inside of my 12 chain with a single 2 chain. I'm going to do 19 double crochets in here. So we are on row 7, not to forget. Okay, so I'm going to come directly where we have the 3 chain and create my double crochet, and on the next place also, and then proceed in the 12th chain and create your 19 double crochets. So this will be proceeded all the way around the same way. We come directly to the double crochet, another double crochet, and then on the 12th chain we're going to do the 19 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm walking to the next double crochet. We're going to start to do the decrease. So I'm doing a single, chain 2. So here is the beginning of the pineapple. So we started with 19, now we're going to have 17. So we don't do the first double crochet and we don't do the last double crochet. So 1 per space, 17 double crochets. I'll meet you on my 17th. I've done my 17 double crochets. I don't do the first and I don't do the last. Chain 2. I'm doing my double crochet as usual. Here, this will always be the same way all the way up, and a double crochet on the next one. Chain 2. Skip the first one and continue to do your 17 double crochets. So row 8, this is how we're going to proceed. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so we finished row 9. We're going to continue to decrease. We're not doing the first nor the last double crochet. So this is going to be a repeat, and I'm going to do a single here because it looks more like a double crochet instead of just chain. So on the second double crochet, do your single and 2 chain. If you want to do just 3 chain, go ahead. I'm going to do it this way because then it doesn't look just 3 chain stiff there, you know. All right, so now we're going to have 15 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you on my 15. We're going to keep decreasing by 2. We're not doing the first and we're not doing the last. Whoops. I've done my 15 double crochet. Now we're going to do chain 3. So we're going to start to increase by 2 chain on here. Okay, so that means that the next row will have chain 5. Okay, so we're going to continue to do these all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, and can skip the first one into the second one and continue to do your 15 double crochets. Okay, okay, so being that it's on row 9, we are going to go all the way to row to row 14. I think it's best. We're always going to skip the first one and the last one. The only difference until row 14 is we're going to keep increasing by 2 chain on these chains here. So row 10 will have 5 chains. Row 11 will have 7 chains, and then so on. Keep increasing by 2. So we're increasing by 2 chains here. It always stays the same. And we're decreasing by 2 on the pineapple. I'll meet you at the end of row 14, because row 15 we need to change up a bit. Okay, so row 14 you should end up with 13 chain stitch. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine and then I'll meet you at the end of row 14. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to start row 15, which I actually did. So we finished doing row 14 and everything on the chains per row was increase of 2 chains. So on row 14 I have 13 chains all the way around, and row 15, so we're going to keep doing our going over to the next space. So you're left with 3 and we're going to do 15 chains because we're increasing by 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 chains. Now it's going to change only here. We're going to do a double crochet in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. We're going to repeat this all the way around. So row 15 is the only increase is the 15 chain and 5 chain here in between the double crochets here. Okay, so again we'll do the 15 chain, do our 3 double crochets exactly as we do here, and then I'll come back to you at the end of row 15. Okay, you guys, so we're going into row 16. I'm going to do a single and 2 chain, and I'm coming into the last one here, so we're not doing the middle one. Okay, so basically we're doing like this V as we did here. Okay, now I'm going to do chain 13, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm coming inside of the 5 chain and I'm going to create 13 double crochets, and this will be repeatedly the same way all the way around. So you do your 13 double crochets and then chain 13 again, and then we're gonna come into the first one here with double crochet and directly into the last one, creating like these V's here on here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 16. Okay, guys, so we've closed off on row 16 going to row 17. So basically we need to continue to do these little V's. So I'm going to come here with a single. Now normally the next chain we're going to do is 15, but we need to go up single, 2 chain, that's for double crochet, and plus 15 more chain. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then we're coming on top of the double crochet and we're doing double crochet per space. So we'll have 13 double crochets. Okay, so do your 13. I'll meet you here. Okay, so we've done the 13 double crochets. We're going to do the 15 chain again. 3, 4. So go ahead, do your 15. Done my 15 chain. I'm coming right on the side like we did the V's. Double crochet. And on the other side, double crochet. And then chain 15 again and proceed again with your 13 double crochets. So this is row 17. So row 17, 18, and 19 will be exactly the same way with 15 chain and 13 double crochets, and we'll continue to put one in here, double crochet and one in here, and close it up exactly like we did. So this row 17, 18, and 19 are identical to the same one here. I'll meet you at the end of row 19, 13 double crochets and 15 chain. 2 double crochets, close them in. Okay, everyone, so we finished doing row 19. We have 15 chains and we have 4 rows of these pineapples. Now I've closed in here. I'm just going to bring my thread into the loop for this chain here because I want to start it from here. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. That's for double crochet. Okay, exactly as we're doing loops there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, and then come back into this one and do a double crochet. Okay, so we're creating sort of the same loop, but we'll be working with double crochets in there, so that's why it looks a little bit whiter. Now we're going to do chain 15 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is row 20. And we're going to, this will only be about V's. So we're going to come in the first double crochet there and create double crochet 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain, and we're coming in the last one and creating the V. So this row will be repeatedly like this all the way around. Chain 5 again and create your V. So we'll have the V's here at the edges. Chain 15, here will be the 9, and then when we get here to this one here, we create the double crochet here, chain 5, and a double crochet here as the V's we've been doing here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 20. Okay, you guys, so we finished row 20, going into row 21. So we're going to come and work 13 double crochets inside of the space here where we have the 5 chain, single, 2 chain, and then continue with your 13 double crochets. Okay, so we've done the 13 double crochets. Now we're going to count. Sure, I got it in the right place here. 1, 2. On your third chain, you can do in the inside if you want. I'm going to do it on the outside. We're going to do 9 singles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means you're supposed to finish your 9th one on the third chain. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to come directly again into this V and create the 13 double crochet. So this row 21 will be like this all the way around. 13 double crochet on your third chain, 9 singles, go directly into the middle again and create 13 double crochets. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of row 21. I don't know what I was thinking, but I forgot totally about to let you know what we're doing here, right? So on the 9th chain, so we're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one. 1, 2, actually I'm going to go to my 4th one, see if it makes more sense. I should not be counting from the one right here. 1, 2, 3, I should be counting from here because we have 9 chains, so we skip 3 and we work on the next 3 with 3 singles. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, and we're on the 4th, so that makes more sense. And then we come in and work our 13 double crochets. I almost forgot that part out. That wouldn't be too smart, would it? Then I would have like tons of comments like, what do we do? Where's that other crochet? And I would have no idea what you're talking about. And then we'd have to go through the video and figure out what you're saying or asking. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So we skipped the 3, went into the 4th, did my 3, and then went right in and do my 13. Again, we're going to skip the 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. On the third one, I should say. 1, 2, 3. See if I have this right, because I don't want to grab the one from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do our 9 singles, 1 per space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then you come directly and do your 13. Now, if you're more comfortable on doing on the outside, we can do that too. If you think it's easier for you, then we can do over the chain, the singles. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 21. I've closed in with a slip stitch. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So we're doing the 13 double crochets just the same. Trying to get my thread here. So the next 3 rows, or I should say 3 rows altogether, so this row and the next row will have the 13 double crochets. So this is row 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing 1. That means I must have skipped something somewhere. I will have to check. 1, 2. Yes, I missed it right here. Okay, anyway, so you know there's 13. I'm going to advance my 13. Okay, so 13. Now, we're going to skip the first single and go into the second single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to do 7 singles, yes, and then directly into the 13 double crochet. Okay, so complete the 13 and then I'll meet you here on the 3 singles. So I finished doing the 13 singles. Now where we have the 3 singles, I'm going to skip the first. I'm coming into the middle one with a single and then continue to proceed to do the 13 double crochets for the pineapples. So very simple, nothing to it. So you got to count, make sure you have your 13 because we don't want to miss any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, you're going to skip your first single, come into the second, and you're going to continue to do 7 singles. So because we have 9, we skip the first, we skip the last, and continue to do the 13. When we get to the 3, like we did, we skip the first and we go right into the second, which is the middle one with a single, and then continue with 13. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It's getting there nicely. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of row 22. Okay, you guys, so we finished row 22. We're going into row 23. Now, row 23 will be exactly the same as row 22. So just do your 13 double crochets. I'm going to do my 13. So I've done my 13, and we're going to do these 7 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then proceed again with the 13 double crochets. So basically where you have your singles, you're going to repeat the same amount. So Here we have one single, we're going to do one single, and then proceed again with the 13 double crochets. So I'll meet you at the end of row 23. It's only a repeat of the row 22. Okay, you guys, so we finished row 23, going into row 24. Now we're going to start to decrease. Row 24 until row 28 will be exactly the same thing. So we're going to skip the first double crochet and we're going to skip the last. We're going to decrease on the pineapples now. So single, 2 chains. So I have my second, my third, my fourth, my fifth, my sixth, my seventh, my 8, my 9, my 10, my 11, 12, and I'm not doing the last one. So let me just check here again. So if we had 13, we're supposed to have 11. Why am I having 12? Maybe I have an extra. Oh, okay, I see. This is from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not good. So I had done my double crochet here from the chain that comes from here, and that's not good. So I'm just going to go over one more. We're supposed to have 11 and not 12 because we're cutting down 2, right? So I'm just going to go over, even though there's a mistake done. So I have an extra one, right? So we're going to do 11 double crochets, and if you happen to have the same thing, you probably did the same thing like I did, kept doing 1 double crochet on the line that comes through here. No stress, just go over instead of 1, then skip 2. We have to have 11 because if we had 13 double crochets and we cut down by 2, so that's 11. Not supposed to have 12 on there, but no biggie. We just move over one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now we're going to do chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. On my 4th single, I'm going to do a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you skip your first one long. Let's make sure that we don't have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Not 12, 13, I should have been saying. So we're going to skip the first double crochet and come into the second. And you're supposed to have again your 11 double crochets. Okay. So I'm going to do my 11, come back to you where we have the single. We'll be doing... we have to do the 6 just the same, but we're jumping over. So I am where I have that one single. So we're going to do chain 6 just the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to jump, skip the first one and go into the second, and proceed to continue to do the 11 double crochets. Okay. So I'm going to come back to you once we finish this row 24. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. So you're only going across where you have your single. And then here, of course, you know you're doing your 6th and you go on your 4th single to create these loops, okay? Okay, you guys, going into row 25. So I've closed in with slip stitch. Now we're going to keep decreasing into the next phase. So we don't do the first or the last. 2 chain. And now we're supposed to have 9 double crochets. Now everything else is going to be all chains. Like I said, we're going to do until row 28 the same way. Okay. just decrease and chains, because we're almost done. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come into the middle here and close with single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again into the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And skip the first double crochet, go into your second. So you do your 9 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the middle of the 6th chain there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, proceed the same way. So basically, we're going to do the decrease on the pineapples. And we're going to create the chains. When we get to row 26, so we do 6 chain, come in, single, 6 chain, come in, single. So nothing changes. We're going to continue like this until row 28, which will leave us with 3 double crochets at the end. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 28 because everything else is just repeat, decrease, and 6 chain. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 28, going into row 29. So we're doing the last 3 chain here. It's supposed to be 6, but we're going to do a double crochet so we can end up on the center of this chain here. And actually it has to be a triple, not double. Sorry. So we're going to do a triple, take out 2, and the last 2. So we're going to end here in the middle, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come into the center of the other loop. So we're starting on row 30. Now, if you want to put a marker to make sure that you don't get lost coming on the way back, so you know that this is where you started when you come around and not get confused where you have started from, okay? So, and then this row is only chain 6 all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all it is, just chain all the way around. Now when you get here, it's the same thing. You're going to close in here on your loop with single, do 6 chain, and come into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 29, because it's just 6 chain all the way around. Okay. Okay, you guys, so row 29 is ending. I'm right at the end, and actually, yeah, row 29, sorry, almost made a mistake. So I'm going to take out my marker because this is where we started. Now, for people that want to go bigger, here is the chance. You can continue on with the loops the same way. Now, if you get to a certain length that you have to add another chain or 2, then you're good to go. I'm going to do the last row right now. So I'm going to end it here, but you can go bigger. So I'm coming in the first one that we did. And I'm going to do singles, 1, 2, and 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the peacock. 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5, so I can stand out a little bit more. and close it in. I'm going to come on the first one here that we did close in, single, 1, 2, and 3, and come again into the first one. So I have 3 picots there, and then I'm going to continue 1, 2, 3 singles, jumping over to the next. Now if you find that your stitch is too tight and it's pulling, then you can go over the single here with a single. I'm going to try to get away with it and do the 3 singles, 4, 5, and 6. So let me just check something here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I could do another picots here on my 1, 2, 3. On my third one, I'll see how it goes. So you can play around with it, or even just do singles at the end. You don't have to do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On my third one here, I'm going to try to do picot just to get it, see how that decoration comes along. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to come on the first one because I think it closes nicer. 1, 2, and 3, and into the first one again. So close again now. 1, 2, and 3. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the next picots I'm going to do is on top of the motif here. So basically I'll have 1, 2, and 3. I think it will give it a nice finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm coming into the next one. Spread them out here a bit. We don't want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I had 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to do my picots here. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. Let me see if I have to add a little bit more light in here. 3, come into the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back into the first one. I think it's nicer. Close with a single. 1, 2, and 3. And again back into the first loop. And then do your 3 singles again. 2 and 3. I think that looks pretty good. So this does it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy this, and please don't forget to give a thumbs up, share on your Facebook public. Sharing is caring. Thank you for your suggestions, your comments, and God bless every single one of you. For the ones that haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It's free. It costs nothing. It helps the channel. It helps me grow and gives me more of that enthusiasm to keep putting videos out there. So thank you to every single one of you, and thank you for the ones that came forward to help the women in need of thread. And if you haven't yet and you're considering, please do so. Thank you for the super chat or super thanks donation for myself. I am grateful and humble to every single one of you that have donated or thinking of donating. Thank you so much. I will leave the size in the description box. and how much thread I've used, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to come back and confirm something with you before you have any doubts. So on this one here, because we have these 7 singles, obviously we have more space, so it's on my third one that I've did the peacocks. Now the one that we have, the one single, we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, but I still did it on my third. If you want to be right centered, you can do it on top of the single here. Okay, I'm just going to continue this way. It makes no difference. Doesn't change anything on the pattern. But if you want your things to be more centered up, you can do your peacocks when it's the 4 spaces only on top of this double crochet here instead of in the space. So you'll have 2 on one side and 2 on the other, because you can put it right on the middle. Because I didn't realize as I was starting it that it was less space here. I went directly into the third space. So I'm going to continue that way. It doesn't change anything in my book. Okay. So I just want to touch base with you because you're going to come across that and you're going to say, but wait a minute, there's only 4 spaces and not 6 like the other one. What do I do now? Well, you can do on top of the single, or you can still count it as your third space and then still continue from there. It's not going to change anything on the pattern. Okay? All right, everyone.